Hi there, students. What's the difference between methodology and framework? I think this difference is quite difficult. Let's see, a framework basically is the basic structure of something. Yeah, so for example, if you're going to build a skyscraper, you probably build a metal framework and then put things over that metal framework. Okay, so it's like a frame, it's a bit that holds everything together. The methodology is the method that you use, the way that you do it. And I think this question was asked particularly thinking about teaching and probably language teaching as well. It made me think about, for example, the Common European Framework, the different levels of English that students need to reach. And this defines the things that students need to be able to do at each level. But it doesn't define how students must reach that level. Yeah, it says the basic system of rules to meet a particular level. So I think a framework is, in this case, it's a system of rules, ideas, or beliefs used to plan or to decide or to define something. Whereas the methodology talks about the way that it's done. Let's see, we can use methodology to talk about the methods in a particular area, but also the rules, the postulates, and the methods. Yeah, so I think the methodology is more the way something is done, whereas the framework is the basic outside. Let's go back to this building that I started with. You build your metal framework for your building. But then after that, you could use many different methodologies. You could make the building entirely of metal, and you could weld sheets of metal to this framework. That would work. You could use wood over that framework. Or most commonly, you could use concrete. And these are different methodologies. But in the end, you're going to get an enormous building by using these different methodologies. So I think the framework is the basic requirements. But the methodology is how you achieve that, is what you actually do to achieve those things. Okay, so a framework is got a frame and you put things around that. So in English teaching, for example, I think there are many different methodologies. For example, some people like to base their methodology on grammar and learning grammar. Other people like to use a methodology that teaches lots of vocabulary. For me, the most important methodology is finding ways to get the student to speak. Yeah, because if you can speak while you are with your English, then you are going to achieve all of your goals. The more you practice that speaking, the better you will speak English, the better you will fit within the framework of the definition of speaking good English. But there are methodologies. The teacher could speak to the students and the students take notes. Or you could have a learner-centered approach. So the methodologies are more approaches to something. I think the framework is the levels and how you get there, how you actually arrive at that. Let's see, methodology and framework. I think I would probably give both of these words a 5 in formality. A 5. I think framework definitely a 5, but I think methodology is a little bit more formal, a 6. But I think use them in semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, formal writing, formal situations as well. And then framework, well, comes from the word frame, yeah, from Proto-Germanic framjana, to perform or to promote, yeah, and the word methodology, this comes from French methodologie, which comes from method, from Latin methodus, from ancient Greek methodos, the method, the way, the doctrine, the way of doing something, the means. So, methodology and framework. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Methodology and framework.